Beloved, human beings were not created in sin. We were created in light, in love, in paradise. When you recognize that, then you understand the battle that is turmoil within us, because there's these raging ideas and these raging feelings and these raging emotions and thoughts that are within us, battling with one another, passions. But when we start feeding that beautiful aspect of us, that divine aspect, that breath of God, that's what starts to grow. Feed what you want to grow in your life. If you focus on the pain in yourself, yes, sometimes we need to find help for certain things, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you stay focused on that emotion of anger, that emotion of pain, that emotion of anxiety, that emotion of unsettledness. You're feeding it. We need to stay focused on that internal aspect of us that is light, that is love, that is paradise. We are called as Christians to restore paradise. We've lost that glory. We've lost that aspect of our environment, but we're called to restore that. Beloved, I want to say it again. We're not made in sin. We're made in light, in love, in paradise. I hope that you can recognize this and start leaning into that, start walking into it. I know it's such a challenge, and it's such a draw, and it's such a it's because of our curiosity that we want to see what the battle is, what's going on, especially online, what's going on out there. Yes, we are in a battle, and so you want to understand aspects of it, but in order to win it, you're going to have to win the war within yourself first. There's no way you're going to be able to contribute to the battle outside of yourself unless you win the war within yourself. And you begin that, and you understand that, and you win that by recognizing who you are, why we suffer, because we have this internal battle, because we are humans being in this world, human beings in this world, but we are created with this breath, this likeness, this image of God within us that we feed and that we restore. And how do we do that? Through prayer, through fasting, through reading the scriptures, through understanding truth, through seeking help, through our spiritual fathers, through seeking help, through spiritual mothers, through helping other people. Those are the ways that we defeat that battle. But you've got to win that battle within yourself first, because if you don't, it will cause mental illness. It will cause mental dilemmas. It will cause this identity crisis. And it will be like this internalized, self-focused manifestation of despair, disgust. It's unbelievable. Let's stay positive. Let's focus on the positive. Let's feed the positive within us. My dad used to read this book, The Power of Positive Thinking. So it's not just about positive thinking, but that's a result of understanding who you are, living in a positive way, understanding who you are. I hope this is helpful in some way. I want to go one step further and say that once you understand the incarnation, there's so much battle and thoughts about men and women right now, and I think men feel attacked, women feel attacked. It's all these things, and without going into all of that, because that's a longer discussion, it's not just about men and women, it's about humans. It's about humans not understanding who we are. But when we get to the better understanding, the only solution that I see is the incarnation, understanding that God became flesh, came through a woman. Women should be highly respected. That's one thing I love about the Orthodox Church is Mary is like the premier icon when you walk in. Why? Because she's the way that God chose to become flesh and become in human form. It answers so many riddles. It answers so many riddles of like why we suffer and why death and all of these kinds of things. So it's learning to understand ourselves. Learning to understand ourselves, and a correct understanding, especially starting in the book of Genesis, understanding paradise, understanding Adam, understanding Eve. That is a better understanding of who we are. And just to wrap that up, the understanding that we were not created in sin. We're not just balls of wet clay made of sin. That's not who we are. We were made in light. We were made in love by the one that is the creator of all, made of uncreated light. We were made in paradise. And part of that internal struggle with us is that we're trying to restore paradise. We try to do it through our laws. We try to do it through our policies. We try to do it through our healthcare. We try to do it through our philosophies. And so far, those things have not worked. So let's lean into the incarnation. Let's lean into this correct spiritual understanding of who we are as human beings, who we truly are, created in light, love, and in paradise.